Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 in Me. Our community reaches about 500,000 women all over the world, and we have a lot of women who are very interested in makeup application. They want to look good in their 60s, so they want to experiment with new products and just try new things, and just feel as good on the outside as they do on the inside. So I have done a couple of videos on makeup application, but today I wanted to talk to you about one thing that's on my mind and perhaps on some of your minds as well, and that is what to do with eyebrows. As we get older, they get a little thinner. We start to get gray hairs coming into our eyebrows. And it's just the one area for me personally that I have challenges with. So these, by the way, are my eyebrows. I have done nothing to them. I don't over pluck them. I haven't tried to shape them. I've really just kind of always had them there. I wore a fringe, a bangs for a long time, so I really didn't think too much about my eyebrows, but now that I've got my hair sort of pulled over to the side a bit, I can notice it more. And so they're very far up from my eye as well. So and when I talk, I tend to go like that. So it makes it even more noticeable, my thinning eyebrows. Anyway, so I have put my makeup on today, and I'm going to try a product that I've just discovered for eyebrows that may work for you too. I really have done a lot of shopping around, looking, investigating, researching. I've talked to experts, and there's just a lot you can do with eyebrows if you have the right makeup and the right technique. Now, I wanted to share with you though what I put on my face today in terms of makeup, because I have my go-to favorites, but today I tried a couple of new things, and I just wanted to share with you kind of how I got to this point, and I don't have anything at all on my eyebrows. Nothing. So first of all, I started with my favorite primer. This is my Catrice primer. I swear it's the least expensive primer I've ever seen, and I love it. I just find it works perfectly for me. It gives a nice foundation or base for the foundation. I'm using for foundation today, it's L'Oreal Infallible, I think it's called Infallible 24-Hour Matte. And I love this foundation. I use it, Sable Sand is the one I use, and I kind of mix different colors on this one. It's a fairly limited range, but I do like it, and I applied it with one of these funky toothbrush brushes. Now, I had tried, by the way, a lot of the inexpensive ones, and they were okay. I got a set or two from Amazon, but I went out and I did buy the Artiste brush, which was very expensive. It was about $60, I think. But honestly, it really does make all the difference in the world. I'm really happy I got this, and I use it for foundation and blush, and that's all. I just got this one size. That's all I really wanted to buy. So I'm putting on my cheeks. I've got NARS, my favorite, Orgasm, which is a peachy pink color, and I actually tried the powder this time. It looks much pinker than it really is. It's a more peach color. And I do use the cream as well, but today I used the powder. So I really like that. In terms of eyes, I almost every day use my Crystal Taupe from Ariane Poole. It's a really beautiful product. As you can see, it's almost empty. It's a cream to matte. Put that on first. It gives me a nice, like a primer for my eyes. And there's lots of other products you can use, but I personally love that. And then over top of that, I put Urban Decay. It's called Toasted. And and again, you can see I've used it all up almost. It's a kind of, not really frosty, but it's a kind of, it's a taupe color, but it's got a bit of shine to it. So I don't know if you can see that, but I like it. And I don't put it too far up on my eyes. I don't go too crazy with contouring or anything. So it's Toasted by Urban Decay. That's that one. Then, let's see. Oh, for my mascara, I do use different ones, but this one is by Benefit, and it's Bad Gal Lash. And I do like this one. It's got a huge brush. I mean, it's really big, and I like that because I've got quite big eyes and lots of eyelashes, fortunately, so I can actually use a big brush. That's my mascara. What else? The lipstick. I've got two from Kiko. I'm so into matte lipsticks right now. I love matte for two reasons. One is it stays on, and also for doing videos and the things I do on camera. It's really it doesn't kill on your teeth, and it's just nice. And so I've got two different ones I blend together. I have first of all, a lip liner, 304, it's Kiko. Very dark brown, as you can see. I put it on my lip liner, as lip liner, and on my lips. I just spread it all around. And then I use this very light pink matte lipstick. Actually, again, it looks darker than it is. It's that's number 2. And then I use another shade of pink, which is a little bit more fuchsia-y, which works for my mouth, and that's a 305. So those are 202 and 305. Those are my lipsticks from Kiko, which is a Italian brand, but I think you can get it just about everywhere now. It's actually a nice brand, quite good prices. And then for my concealer, I've mentioned this before. You know, I don't have any illusions that concealer is going to hide my wrinkles anymore. You know, I love the fashion models who you know, bloggers who do put the concealer on and voila, no wrinkles. Well, it's because I didn't have any wrinkles. I do. So I really just use it down low. And I sometimes get bags under my eyes and just literally tap it on. Oops, and it's the Maybelline. I need to take a look at this here. I'm pretty sure, gosh, I've lost the lid. Maybelline, but it's actually, oh shoot, I put my glasses on. I will be able to read the very, very tiny small print on the side here if I can take a look. You know, I've used it so often that I think it's faded away. I'll put the details in the article below so you can see that. But anyway, concealer for me isn't a big deal. I don't try to, you know, hide anything. It's just kind of more of a natural, less is more philosophy for my older skin. So eyebrows. Okay, eyebrows. Now, I've tried, as I said, many different products. I've tried pencils. They look too artificial. I've tried gels, and of course they work if you've got eyebrows and you just want to kind of hold them together. I have tried those little palettes of powder, you know, where you put the little brush and kind of paint on the powder and then cover it with a gel. Those are quite popular and people tend to like those, but for me it didn't work. I guess I just had a lot to work with. So and you can even see now that I look at it, I've got one eyebrow that's even higher than the other. I think someone said once that eyebrows are sisters but not twins. So, you know, I'm sure I'm not alone in this, so I'm not feeling particularly, you know, bad about it. It's just like, okay, what do I do? So I found a product here in Switzerland, but I actually have seen ads for it on YouTube and other places around the world. So I think you can get this product in different places. It's called Wonder Brow. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit, yeah, hard to see that. But it's Wonder Brow, but it's spelled WUNDER Brow. And this is a little set that you can get. Inside it, you get a tube of the product, Wonder Brow. I've got blonde because this is the lightest one that I could find. And then also inside of it, you get a very small little brush. You could really just use any mascara brush, just clean it off and use a mascara brush. This comes with that little set. But I also bought another brush, which is a little bit stronger. It's in the brand, the same brand, stronger, and it's got a little angled brush at the end. So when you open this, it comes out like that. So it's actually quite wet, and you can see it's got like a tiny little brush at the end. So I'm going to just wipe that off a teeny bit because just to start with a bit of a clean palette, but I'm going to leave a little bit on the end of that, because the way that they suggest you do this is if you've got like very thinning brows like I've got, to just literally paint a little bit underneath the brow or where you think you can make a little bit of a, you know, you can thicken it a bit. So I'm going to try this. I'm looking at my phone right now recording this, and I've got a mirror. So I'm going to look down and hope that I can do this without messing up. So, all right, so I'm going to try to just paint a little bit below my brow line. So make this, to make my brows just a little teeny bit thicker. Okay, I'm talking to myself here, but you can kind of see what I'm doing. Now that looks, of course, a little bit artificial. Oops, a little bit artificial to start with, but I'm just going to kind of fill it in, take a teeny bit more. And the way that they suggest you do this is like go slow, just go slow, take it easy, and don't try to just do everything at one go. So I've actually, as you can see, started to fill in that part of my brow that is super, and I'm just kind of pulling it along. This is not the brush, of course. This is just for dabbing on what you think you need. So I've done that much. Now you can already see it's getting, my eyebrow is getting a little bit darker. But what I'm going to do now is take the brush, the big brush, and I'm going to, I don't know how else you do this, but to dab a little bit on the brush, because you can't really easily put this into that tube. So I've got now a little bit on the edge of this brush. It's a very nice, thick, hard brush, and it feels good as you put it on your brows. So I'm just going to try to, and I'll tell you more in a second about what's in this brush, or what's in this liquid, because it's actually very, very interesting. So I am now kind of going over, I'm literally dragging it across. I'm not doing up or down, but then you can start playing with this. Now I'm going to just take a tad more of that color. Can you see how it's starting to fill in a little bit? And the reason this is so unique, I want to actually show you because I can see now on the edge. Little teeny hair fibers are in this liquid. So you're not just putting on a color, you're actually putting on some texture as well. And now there are other products that do this. I think Benefit does one. I think it's called Browsings. And I know that probably there are others. But for me, this one, maybe it was just the brush or the product or something, but it just seemed to work. So I'm going to now just fill in a teeny bit more there. Probably enough now, because my eyes, I don't want my eyebrows to be much darker than my hair. But I'm almost doing it for effect so that you can see what the difference is. Can you see how different that is? I mean, there's one eye and there's the other eye. It really, really makes a difference. So to be honest with you, this was an expensive purchase. It was, I think, about $30. And maybe it's a little less expensive in the States, but for me, that was a lot to spend on one product, but I think it was worth it. And I really have found this brush particularly worth the investment too. It was another $10, I think. So I'm just going to do the other side. Now this side is a little bit thicker than this one, so I'm not going to do that under penciling thing that I did. I'm just going to just take a bit of the color and drag it across. Now, I'm doing this sort of to be super cautious, because I've only just got this product a few days ago, so I'm learning as I go too, which is wonderful, and I just want to make sure that I get them to look sort of similar in size, and yeah, I think that's actually probably it's funny how like you say, you have one eyebrow that's a little bit thinner and bigger than the other. I think that's about even. I hope that I haven't made that too dark. But what they say after on the instructions is once you've done that, you can then go in and kind of brush down a little bit, and you'll notice actually your eyebrow gets thicker, like you can actually feel like you're pulling against something. And the reason I'm doing that and pulling it over is because Ariane Poole, our makeup artist, told me to do this, and normally she might pull up, but for me it's kind of just pulled down and then just gently over. And then it kind of, so there we are. I hope that, I think that that's probably about the best I can do as a non-professional. I mean, I know that you can go to an eyebrow specialist and they'll just do magic on your eyebrows. But for everyday use, I think this is a really good solution. So anyway, it's called Wonder Brow with a W, Wonder Brow. And I hope you can find it where you live, because I just think it's a good product. It worked for me. So I hope that's been useful. And if you've got any secrets, any brow secrets or any makeup secrets you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. I love your feedback always, and I'm just super grateful for you being here, and look forward to sharing some more makeup tips for you in the future. Bye-bye for now.